So the authentic or the observing part of you is just with whatever is. Whatever is completely fine. And if you rewatch the Q&A workshop that we had last month, we talked about the bubble of reality, where I made it very clear on when you are in the ego and experiencing, and when you are in the observing and the authentic. And when you're in the authentic, anything can happen and it's completely fine, because it is as it is. You know, you can't argue with reality. Whatever you're experiencing is fine. When you feel disappointed about something, you get curious, you observe what is happening in you, and you get curious to what is this disappointment that I feel? Which hook was it that I had in something that needed to be in a certain way? And why is the issue in me thinking that there's an issue? Because in reality, there's not an issue with anything. What is happening is just happening. So the authentic or the observer just is with what is, has no need for it to be any different. But the ego is identifying. The ego thinks something is right and wrong, thinks something can be better than what we actually have. I can be better than what I actually have. You actually should be better. You should speak nicer to me. You should not act like you are acting. You should be different. And I know how you should be. So I know I have all the answers for you. If you have any questions, just ask me. I know. That is the ego. And that is the identifying and believing that there is a truth. That there actually is a truth. And funny enough, I know the truth. That's the ego. So the ego is constantly grasping for things, wanting things to be different, wanting more than what is. And whatever is not satisfying. It can be satisfying in a very, very short moment. It can be satisfying in a very, very short while. For example, Martin, I'm so sorry, I'm using you as an example again. You wake up this morning and you go, leg day, so looking forward. And then you look forward to going to the gym, and then you're finally at the gym, and you might have leg day for 45 minutes. And then you're done with your exercise and you go home, and on the way home, you start to plan your arm day tomorrow. That is the constant grasping. There's not any presence in it. There's nothing enjoying the moment as it is. And if the gym is closed, or you got too much acidity in your legs, so it's just not possible to have a proper leg day today, then you get disappointed. And all that is the ego. All that is the ego. All that is the grasping for something to be in a certain way, to plan. The more I can plan, the better. And I'm planning to get away from what is to what I want instead. That's the grasping. And when I finally get it, I cling to it. I cling to what I have. I want this to be like this. This is how it should be. And this is the right way. Or this is the wrong way. I don't want this. I have aversion towards what is. I would like to be different. I should be more slender. I should be younger. I should be more beautiful. I should be more clever. I should have a better education. I shouldn't have this education. I shouldn't live here. I should live there. You know, the constant dissatisfaction with what is. So it's the grasping, clinging, and aversion over and over and over and over, instead of just being with what is. Constant dissatisfaction with what is. So it's the refusing what is. Like right now it's raining. If I had planned to go for a walk, I would be miffed about it raining. I had planned to walk here 1:15. I had planned to go for a walk, then I get angry about it raining. It's so disappointing. So it's refusing what is, always preferring something else. Oh, it didn't rain, and it's a pity it's not raining, because now everything is drying out. So the constant comparing and preferring something else. On a personal level, the ego has so unreasonable expectations to life. It always expects things to go right. It always expects things to be in the right way, which is completely unreasonable. I usually compare it with the ego always expecting to have an inhale. It should always be good, always expecting good things. When we plan, we always plan how things are going to work out. It's rarely that we plan and then just are with whatever is happening. Whatever is happening is completely fine, completely fine. And that is unreasonable expectations, because you can't plan anything, you can't control anything. Everything is outside of your grasping. You can't decide how things are going to work. So the ego expects only to have inhalation, only to inhale, never to exhale, always to get and get and get and get and get. Only get good things in life. And then the comparing with other people, with what other people have, with what we think that we should have is happening. I should be, but I'm not where I want to be in life. It should be different. Shouldn't I then aim to get where I want to go? That is part of the planning, and that is a non-accepting of what is. But if you are with what is, then you're completely fine with what is. So it's done because it's enjoyable, not because there was a plan about it.